Here's another one for Amanda. Calling me obsessed. It's cute. I'm not obsessed with Amanda. I'm obsessed with the truth. And I'm obsessed with equality. I was cut off every time that I tried to speak up there. Every single time. Because what Amanda says, well, that's not true. I wasn't cut off every single time. Amanda listened to me at least twice. She lied to me outright because the things that she said ended up being bullshit. Things that she didn't follow through with. But her mother, Lana, cut me off no matter what I was saying every single time. People got a bad habit of doing that. So, I do the same thing. It's called fair and equal treatment. Damn, this is some good stuff. I bet you don't read it to the end, right? I didn't. I'm making a video first. What I had to say didn't matter. You couldn't answer my questions honestly. And just because I care about you doesn't mean that I deserve the abuse. When I was up there, I needed help. I needed someone to listen to me. Unfortunately, Lana is the master of the house, and what she says goes, no matter what. So I got quiet, and I paced. I know a lot of people find that offensive. I don't know why. But if I'm pacing, it's because I've already been cut off and snapped at enough that I know that my opinion doesn't matter, nor does my experience. If you can't answer the questions honestly, there's no purpose to me even asking them. If you're going to go out of your way to take things as badly as possible, and you're going to have it so that it's okay for you to do something but not okay for me, that's pretty messed up. It's alright for you to watch Game of Thrones. It's not alright for me to play video games. It's alright for you to be mad at me for sleeping, but I don't get mad at you for sleeping. It'd be nice to sleep all day, but I didn't. I rarely sleep. When I do, I crash, and I crash hard. I will not apologize for that. Using words like obsessed, where have I read that before? I'm obsessed with the truth. Y'all have no idea how many times you made me cry. Or how much you made me want to blow my goddamn head off. How much I still want to blow my goddamn head off about how I was treated there. My words didn't matter. Didn't matter to anybody. When I tried telling Miss Jerry what was going on, she was either busy on her phone typing to her boyfriend, one of her boyfriends, or she was trying to distract me from what it is that I needed to do. No, I haven't really felt like drawing since I left Virginia. When I was in jail, I drew a lot of pictures. I drew them out of necessity. I had to keep my blood sugar up. Ugh. Am I going to read what you typed, Amanda? Absolutely. Now, the last 4 or 5 texts that you sent me, I did not read, nor did I read your mother's. Mostly because by that point I'd been about sick and tired of being badgered and judged by a different stick than you judge yourself by. It's okay for you to have some downtime. And you defended yourself about that. It's okay for you to have downtime. We have that recorded. But it's not okay for me to have downtime. When I get overstressed with my workload, I need the ability to walk away from it and to do something. So what do? Well, I usually played video games. Now I feel bad every time I play video games. I feel like I'm going to get in trouble. Now, Amanda, you going out of your way to say, well, I don't even watch that show anymore. It doesn't matter. While I was there is what we're talking in reference to. But you and your mom got the same habit of time traveling. See, when I was getting bitched at by your mother, because I needed help, I needed someone in my corner, and she started bitching at me because I didn't have you to help me like she does. Well, she's like, well, I had to deal with all that by myself. I was like, no, you didn't. You have your daughter here helping you. You have your daughter here paying for part of the bills. You're not trying to make it into a place while homeless, while all of your money is being taken by the courts who fucking are protecting cops who fucking assaulted you for trying to make a goddamn report. What did your mom say? She said, I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about when I was a kid. Well, shit, Lana, when I was a kid, I had to deal with that shit all by myself, too. Y'all went out of your way to be as shitty as fucking possible for no goddamn reason. That's pretty fucked up. Now, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to read something for you. And then I'm going to read to you what it is that you typed. All right. Fact. Despite 27 international drug regulatory warnings on psychiatric drugs citing effects of mania, hostility, violence, and even homicidal ideation, and dozens of high-profile shootings and killings tied to psychiatric drug use, there is yet to be a federal investigation on the link between psychiatric drugs and acts of senseless violence. Fact. At least 35 school shootings and or school-related acts of violence have been committed by those taking or withdrawing from psychiatric drugs, resulting in 169 wounded and 79 killed. In other school shootings, information about their drug use was never made public, neither confirming nor refuting if they were under the influence of prescribed drugs. Fact. Between 2004 and 2012, there have been 14,773 reports to the U.S. FDA's MedWatch system on psychiatric drugs causing violent side effects, including 1,531 cases of homicidal ideation and homicide, 3,287 cases of mania, and 8,219 cases of aggression. All right, that's a good one. I'm going to pause this for a second so I can find you on this phone. Now, the thing that's important to note is that these young peoples who are running around shooting each other while on these psychiatric meds that I have been speaking out against for years for that exact reason. Yes, I was a very violent child. Most of the people that I was locked up with hated me because of the color of my skin. And they were violent because they were on psychiatric medications and psychotropic medications. And everybody's fucking cure is, hey, you should be on drugs. No, I shouldn't. You would not like me on Prozac. Not even a little bit. All right, let's type in the name here. All right. Let's see which video it is that Amanda decided to comment on. All right, we'll turn the volume down. Let's see what Amanda had to say. Because I do believe in reading everything. It's awesome how obsessed you are becoming with me now. No, I'm not obsessed with you. I'm obsessed with equality, you dumb cunt. You don't like that word? Well, maybe you should tell the truth. The fact is, most guys use that word. They start calling women names when they're rejected. When somebody doesn't touch their manhood, as they call it. The problem is, I don't care. I care about equality. And your mom is a fucking sexist pig. Men are not the only people who are sexist. Your mom blames everything on men, and she's addicted to dick. So's Miss Jerry. But Miss Jerry doesn't blame everything on men. It's more difficult to use men if you blame them. All right. You never listen to or have the whole story because you cut people off. No, I don't care about your story now, Amanda. I don't. I got out of you what I needed. The fact that it is a two-sided street, but it's only one way there. I don't mind cutting you off because you never took the time to hear everything that was going on. When you were listening to me, it's because you were asking me questions and I was answering them. And that's okay. That is the way that it should be. However, when I asked you questions, you couldn't answer them. You had statements that you wanted to make. I said if you answered my questions, I would let you make your statements. But instead, you tried to twist it around so that you could make your statements instead of answering the questions. All right. All about you, right? No one gets to hear anything else but what you have to say. Well, with all due respect, I'm the one living the situation. So no, your words don't matter. Your opinion of a situation that you were not in does not matter. The shit that I have gone through, I tried to explain to you and Miss Jerry and your mother and kept getting cut off. You listened to me twice. Thank you for listening to me, but I was answering your questions. By the way, thank you for teaching me how to use YouTube. All right. Selfish, self-loathing, lying, manipulating, angry individual is what you have turned into. No fucking shit! Let me tell you something. That black man in Boulder who had police surround him and stare at him is scared shitless to go into his own house in Boulder. They didn't even assault him. They did not pump him full of psychotropic medications. These school shooters are on those fucking drugs, and they're on pills. They're not taking injections. Damn, Desiree just sent 14 photos. Huh. And yes, I'm very fucking angry. You don't know the full story because you didn't listen. So judge me by the same stick you judge yourself by. If you want to be angry at me for cutting you off, then maybe you and your mother and Miss Jerry shouldn't have continually cut me off while I was up there. I am very angry. My rights as a human being were taken away. It is my right to be angry. Your mom is a self-centered bitch. And you, Amanda, I remember when you lived in the camper trailer. It was an RV. It's better than a camper trailer. And you lived in it for 2 months on Sammy and Shelly's fucking property. You were not hunted by the Boulder Police Department. You were not given a ticket for using a goddamn blanket. You weren't arrested or cited for having to pee in public because nobody will let you pee there because you don't have any money. Meanwhile, there are places like the Circle K where it doesn't matter if you have money or if you make a purchase. You go in there, you say, "Can I use the restroom?" They say, "You have to make a purchase." So you make a purchase and they say, "The restroom is only for people who work here." Oh, really? Maybe you should have told me that to begin with instead of "I have to make a purchase." So yes, I'm very angry. I tried to explain to you things that were going on in my life and things that happened to the homeless, and you and your fucking spoiled ass mommy who never had to go through that shit. By the way, who bought that RV for your mommy? That's right, her mommy. And you know what? Miss Jerry was paying your mom to babysit, and who was it that was babysitting those children? That's right, it was me. Who was on watch when Jennifer was trying to light the goddamn house on fire? That's right, your mom. And where was she? She was in the camper trailer. Less than 50 feet from where those kids were. Your mom never left the fucking trailer. So why was she getting paid? Meanwhile, I'm buying milk. I'm buying cereal. I'm making sure that there's food in the fucking house for Miss Jerry and the fucking kids. I'm helping to fix the bathroom. I'm helping to paint the damn thing. I did those things, Amanda. All right, let's see what's next. What I've turned into. Maybe instead of judging me for what I have turned into, you should ask why. The hell that I went through before I got to your house was traumatic, and I needed help. I needed someone to look at the goddamn evidence with me. You never looked at it. Never. You took the time to flip one piece of paper over after another to scan it. Thank you for that. I never accused you of not doing that. What I said is that it didn't do any goddamn good because of what you and your mother pulled when I was on the bus out of there. Now, when you were talking to me on the phone the other day, you were talking about how I made the decision to go down there. I made the decision to go to court and fight like a man. You want to talk about being a man, be a man, be a man. Fine. I went down there like a man to my court dates. All of them. Until I was not allowed. All right, next. Let's see. You bring up old stuff like it happened while you were here this last time. I bring up shit that happened last time I was there because it happened last time I was there. The shit that happened before that was you people tearing me down to nothing as a group when I needed a fucking friend. The only friend that I had in Virginia was Natalie. Natalie and Alicia were the only people that I had there. And you know who it was that invited me to stay where Natalie used to work? That was Alicia. Alicia Bollinger did that. Do you know who it was who invited me over to have conversations with her on her lunch break and having cigarette breaks? That was Alicia inviting me, not me inviting myself. When I went to Montana, you invited me. I did not invite myself. All right. And the fact is that it shows your history of ganging up on me when I don't say what you want to or do what you want to. By the way, I got a hold of Amy Valkyrie.
I did. That's the young woman who was arguing with you guys on that Facebook. When you guys came at me because one of my friends was arguing with you guys for being racist. I asked her about it. She said, I remember saying that he's not racist, he's just fascist. Well done, Amy Valkyrie. All right. At least it's a good distraction for you. From here you can... Oh, damn. It turned sideways. Fucking went full screen on me. I do apologize for that. I'm trying to read it. See, you use very specific words. Words that try to twist it to make you seem like a victim. You're not. You're not a victim of anything, Amanda. Nobody assaulted you. Nobody accused you of being a rapist or a child molester or a stalker or a murderer. So go fuck yourself, you dumb cunt. Next. Let's see. I delete you from my life now. Cool, thank you. Goodbye, and I hope the best comes to you. Bullshit. If you wanted the best to come to me, you would have listened to what I had to say. Goodbye, and I hope the best comes to you. I hope your viewers can see through your lies and the way I now see your body language tells you're on fucking drugs, Amanda. Jesus fucking Christ. I understand now that you are mostly mad that Natalie wouldn't have sex with you after she turned 18. Oh, see? Right there. It must be about sex. It's always about sex. I'm pissed off because I was assaulted repeatedly, and you want to make it about sex. Where in any of our conversations between me and Natalie did sex even come up? That's the point. It's that you're judging me by your addictions, you dumb cunt. You don't like those words? I don't care. That's why you're obsessing on her. No, I'm not obsessing on her. I'm obsessing on equality. Fair and equal treatment. That means that I get an honest day in court. I get to defend myself. I didn't get to defend myself. Not against Natalie, not against you, not against your mother, not against Miss Jerry, and definitely not against Maddie Boa. That's the point. I was tried and hung without a day in court, without the benefit of a jury. You stole my things under false pretenses, and that's your fault. It is. It was your decision to lie to me and keep my things. And your mother brought up the fact that I broke a bunch of shit at my mom's house. I admitted that before Christmas when Natalie died. The year that Natalie died, before Christmas, before she was dead, I admitted to all of that. Maybe you should have paid attention. All right. I'm so sorry for her family. You say the most horrible things to people when they are already hurt and you don't even care. The horrible shit that you and your mother put me through and said to me. See, that's the thing, Amanda. All of that stuff that I was trying to show you and you didn't have time. You and your mother were busy fucking snapping at me because I wouldn't do and say the things that you wanted me to. That's your issue, not mine. Now, why the fuck does this thing keep going to that? Oh. All right. Next, I gotta scroll all the way down to it some more. That way I can break it down for you a little bit at a time. When I'm hurting, you went out of your way to tear me down to nothing, knowing exactly what you were doing. So yes, this is fair and equal treatment, you fucking moron. You're about as bright as a box of rocks in the shade with the lid closed. You know, when I was at Candace's, she used the fact that her landlord was going to kick her and her children out into the fucking January snow. I felt bad for her and for her children. And I still do. It was colder than a cast iron commode on the shady side of an iceberg. It was the beginning of the fucking, oh my God. That's the thing, is that you know nothing about autism. You know nothing about panic attacks. You know nothing about having to do it by yourself, Amanda. And neither does your mother. You don't. All right, next up. Also, for the record, Jamie never wanted you to go away. Really? Maybe you should ask her. My very first day up there, you said she was back with James. You know, she called me when I was in Washington State to rip my ass because she has no idea who Lana and Amanda are. You went to school with her. You were in the same class as her. She called me up to rip my ass. Yay. And by the way, Jamie is the only person who can honestly say that I stalked her. Because I did. I did stalk Jamie. I went over her house almost every single day because she was fucking suicidal. And you know what? She didn't talk about killing herself all the time. She didn't. She talked about how difficult it was to live after her mother was dead. I made sure I checked on her every single day. Almost every single day. So let's continue to read this. Stop obsessing over people that don't want it. Fuck you! That's the thing. You fucked me over, Amanda. You and your mother both, and Miss Jerry, in the most terrible of fashion. And you stole evidence. Had you not stolen that goddamn evidence, I would have been fine with not going back. I had to travel all the way back to Montana to get that shit. Evidence that I should have had an entire year earlier, but didn't get because your mom was pissed off because I didn't fuck her and didn't buy a fucking car that I didn't have the money for. All right, next up on the list. Move on. Go by David Schwartz. Get off the internet and be a better person. Fuck you! I am a better person. I am standing up for human rights. Human rights of human beings whose rights are actually violated. Unlike your pampered ass getting paid $11 an hour to watch movies and cook food. Cook yourself food and your kids' food. How many parents get paid just to be a stay-at-home parent? You're spoiled. Let's see. If you truly wanted to die, Sean, you could. I tried. I want my life to be over because I needed help. I needed someone to look at that evidence instead of treating me like shit. You claimed that you loved me. You claimed that you were my friend. And you proved both to be false. Because I didn't say what you wanted and do what you wanted when you wanted. All right, let's see how much further we can get along in this. This is about 30 minutes through. So I'm going to sit and wait for this to download to the internet, and then I'm going to read some more. That's the fact, Amanda. You're talking about shit that you didn't have to go through. You spoiled, pompous animal. I feel bad for Natalie's family, too. But not all of them. I feel as if most of them are fucking superficial animals like you, who pretend to care when things are good. what you and Miss Jerry and Lana and Tyler, what you guys did when I was in Virginia, and your friends, is the shit that I was typing at that got stuck on the fucking phone and trained into it that was getting sent to Alicia and Natalie. And I didn't know how to fix that. Am I going to blame you for that? Fuck no. You didn't break the phone. You're not the one who didn't know how to use it. I was the one who didn't know how to use it. Am I going to blame Alicia because I didn't know how to use it? No. She promised that she would show me how to use it, and she never did. But the fact is, I'm the one who didn't know how to do it. I'm the one, and I take full responsibility for that. Go fuck yourself, Amanda. Why don't you go back to stripping? Oh, yeah, because them guys aren't going to pay extra money to have you in the back room anymore.